Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. I know, but that's our song.
Let's go.
Everybody, what happened?
I don't know.
A wardrobe malfunction?
I may have dropped a card, or
Oh,
else it was a cat toy. I'm not sure.
yes, it's right under your middle part there. Right?
Oh, I see it.
Okay, well, will you be able to get it?
Maybe. As she reaches.
No one saw.
Interesting.
Try not to knock down the
Not
stuff.
everything down. Hi, everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon!
and me, Banshee. I'm here, sorta. There.
I can always give you more room.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Wow, we've got a birthday reading today. Hey, birthday girl fiber magic. How you doing?
Is that better?
Go Lions. You got it.
It's a little better.
Go Tigers tomorrow too. Oh my goodness. It's going to be interesting.
Alrighty, well, welcome to the
Oh, I'm
program.
eating ice cream. Sounds
I just don't.
marvelous. All right, well, we're going to do the card for the collective real quick before we get started with Fiber's reading. Hi, Sile. All right. Ooh, it's the dark moon. Okay, the dark moon. The keywords are new beginnings and letting go. In the dark of your heart lives new breath, waiting for you to release its ghost. In the mystical world, while the dark moon is a time of setting intentions and welcoming new beginnings, it's the beginning of the moon cycle and represents a chance to start afresh with new and renewed energy. The dark moon is like the last stretch of darkness before the rise of the dawn, or in this case, the moon. It represents hope, better days to come, and an easier road to travel. This period supports visualizing and is a great time to expand your mind. Use this time to dream without thinking about the limitations of life. What do you want to create in your life? What goals do you want to manifest? Think big. The bigger, the better. Think as if you had a magic wand that would grant you every wish, no matter the cost or energy required. All right, so holding the dark moon card, know that there is a chance to start again. Your situation may seem like the end of the road, but it is not, especially for those who know the power of spirit. You must have hope, even when things seem too hard to bear. There's always a new moon just a few weeks away, and there'll always be a new opportunity waiting for you as well. It may not come as quickly as you'd like, but hope is a powerful force and will set things in motion for you. Well, as dark as things can be lately, in certain ways, um, there's always hope. There's always hope. And we shouldn't lose that. We should never lose hope. And why not dream big? Don't dream big to the point where you really are obsessed or possessed with, coveting it, but just let your mind wander to all the possibilities available in the world. And, if you don't attach yourself, I mean, you should will it into manifestation, of course, but you shouldn't hold so tightly onto it that, you suffocate the ability for it to come to pass. That's the way I feel about it anyway. I like to let go and let the universe, dream big and then let the universe take its course.
Indeed, I like that. Dark moons are good times to start things. Hi, Mary the Aries.
Hey, Mary.
All right, so we have, as mentioned, a birthday reading first up, and I have decided to use for Fiber Magic's birthday reading my relatively new Rebel Witches tarot deck. It's from a couple years ago, so it's not a new tarot. It's new to me, though, and I think it's so cool, the Rebel Witches. So let us do that. Sorry. Birthday spread.
Oh, hey, Justice. I didn't put you on the list because I wasn't sure you wanted a reading again, that you were maybe just watching. So, but if you change your mind,
Let us
let
know.
let us know.
Alrighty then.
Good to see you again. All right. Did I flip some cards off again? No. Okay. Got dropsy today. It's been a busy day. I had a crazy heavy workout at the gym. Just really exhausted me. But it's all worth it, right?
It is all worth it. And we're going to go tomorrow and have
We're
another
going to
one.
go tomorrow. I have a different plan for tomorrow. Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate that. Yes, indeed. All right, Fiber. Here we go. So, card one.
Did I leave the birthday reading somewhere?
I brought it out and it's already lost. I put it here. I showed it. Where'd it go? Oh, you're the one. Okay.
Card one. Card one is the gift that Fiber received last year that she can use to make the most out of this year. What? Fiber.
Fiber! It was the tower. And it's upright, so that's good, of course.
But that's from last year. That was then.
Yeah, that
This
was
is
that.
now. And so I think the gift obviously was something maybe that may
A
maybe
cathartic moment or day or week
a cathartic moment for
experience.
sure. It just maybe something did not turn out according to plan, and you learn from that. You learned a lot from that, and those lessons are really what you're carrying forward into this next solar cycle.
Well, what it represented was something that you really felt had to be torn down to be rebuilt.
Hmm.
And that's basically it. It was cathartic because you had to say goodbye to something that maybe you had spent a lot of time putting into place, creating, schmoozing relationships back and forth with it. And then to realize that it was really better off as maybe a testing ground, a proving ground, but now you know how you can do it right.
So, what is the gift of the present moment? Are we spinning?
I don't know.
Oh,
Start.
no.
It's the Two of Swords reversed,
So,
not a spin.
the gift of the present moment is you realize now's the time to make a move, an important move, choice, or decision. This year, maybe the solar cycle, you are determined, to move something forward. Now that it's your birthday season, this is the time to think about what you can initiate and start in your new solar cycle. Oh, I'm sorry.
See that once in a while. Thank you. All right, so I like this Rebel Witch deck because almost every sword in the sword set suit are pens. And the idea is the pen is mightier than the sword. And that Rebel Witches basically use their talents otherwise So I agree with Banshee totally. I think the gift of the present moment is really realizing that you've taken some time since that cathartic moment to ponder everything, to put it into place, and now you realize it's golden. You can really move forward with it.
I like it.
Card
So,
three.
card three is the gift from your connection with others in the next year. Oh, it's another two.
It's another two, and it's the upright two of wands. And I see this person that's just seems to be very at peace and, in fact, connected. And no matter where you are, the sense of knowing where you want to go is how you stay connected. Maybe you like to travel, maybe, you like to expand your horizons in other ways by taking in other perspectives. And I think this is really saying, well, it's a rebel witch card. So it's sort of saying, like, you're going to go there. You're going to go there. You're going to go to where it counts to make those changes.
I think you're going to meet a lot of new people in this year ahead, in this solar year ahead. It seems like new connections, new adventures, involving others. It could be with people you are, with currently, your tribe, etc. But I also think you're expanding your horizons here. You're looking beyond, and maybe some travels involved, maybe people you meet at either festivals or different places you go will bring some lasting or important connections.
It almost feels like maybe too there's somebody on your horizon who will bring this to you, this sense of those connections. Maybe it's somebody who does travel work on the side and they give you suggestions for places to go or things like that. It just feels like movement for sure.
Okay, card four is the gift that will help you fiber work on, achieve, or move forward on your dreams or goals.
And it's the Empress reversed. And I think this perspective is saying make sure you work on what you really want to work on what you feel moves your soul, moves your muse, gives you the healing, health care, self care feels you need. Because probably at the end of the day, you realize if it doesn't really heal and move you on the inside, then why bother?
Hi, Ladybug.
Hi, Ladybug.
Look at you on the list. We're doing a birthday reading right now. You know that Empress card, fiber, that Empress card reversed makes me feel this is the year, what will help you achieve your goals, etc. Well, some you're involved with a lot of activities involving other people, and of course you're going to be making new connections and stuff. But do try to make time, make the space and time to put your needs and goals first. And foremost, that's what will help you the most this year, I think. And also giving yourself enough time, downtime, so that those creative juices can reignite, once more. So that's what I think is going on with the Empress reversed here and how that could help you.
All
Okay.
right. And Alicia, we'll get you on the
Oh,
list
hi,
too.
Alicia.
Hi.
Good to see you.
All right. Card five.
Card five, the gift from your spirit guides and or ancestors, fiber. What do they want you to know or keep in mind in this next year? Oh,
Well, I think
life can be cruel is
I
their
I think
message.
they want you to keep on going though. Like I said, the pen is mightier than the sword is coming through strongly with the swords. And the theme of the deck suggests, don't give up. The theme of the deck says that when you are really challenged, that's when you may find your highest, strongest inspirations. Um, a lot of times the Five of Swords is a hard card to spin for us. Certainly it is on Happy Hour.
Well, I would say, well, yes, it is. But certainly, I would say for a birthday reading, it's important. Your ancestors want you to know that I think what they want to tell you is to choose your battles wisely. Okay? Choose your battles wisely is the message from the ancestors. They're there to fight with you, but they don't want to see you get embroiled in, brouhahas that, you're better off staying out of. I really feel that. This is from them to you. All right. Well, and finally, moving right along. Card 6. The gift this year ultimately gives to you, Fiber. What lessons will you have learned? What progress or growth will you have achieved?
And it's the reversed King of Swords. Well, we hate that.
Well, this is really funny because to me, I have a memory with all the weird cards we've been getting this summer for the collective that I had the Five of Swords and the King of Swords following each other one way or another in our cards for the day. And I'm like, oh, for crying out loud. But, that's the message from the ancestors. And maybe the lessons that you've learned in this year ahead is to stay away from people who are too judgmental, who maybe even have a bitter or cruel streak. I think that, wait, is that the wands?
It's the
It is
swords.
the swords. I
Yeah,
see.
King of
Yeah,
Swords.
I thought I saw one there. That's why I'm like, so yeah. So what I'm saying is just you've learned that lesson of who to steer clear of. You're obviously going to run into some possible conflictual situations in this year ahead, even though most things look good. Um, I'm saying that because of the Five of Swords and your ancestors giving you this heads up. Because I really feel like, why would they be doing that, right?
I think the ancestors are definitely giving you a heads up. I think it is really about maybe their way of saying that you should keep the rebel spirit, keep the idea that, he who he who he who lives to run away will live to fight another day. I couldn't remember that. Um, I mean, the Five of Swords is the card about saying, like, don't take a chance on something that's really overwhelming. So, therefore, to sum things up with the King of Swords, I think this is saying, like Banshee said, beware of the people who could be judgmental or who could be having, designs to work against you. But I think this is also saying, too, that it's a callback maybe to the tower saying, remember what you realized you needed to change or what was the best you could take from it. And that even when things do look at their worst, Fiber, remember that and still find the way to find the best, perceive the best, and go for that.
I think here too
I'm
that
all over the place. I admit it.
I know. I was like, whoa. I think I think too there's this idea of injustice with this card. So either you're learning some valuable lessons and mistakes you might have made with others being judgmental, or vice versa, that how they treated you. And you're going to learn some lessons from this in this year that will serve you well going forward. Absolutely. It's not going to be the total main focus of your year, but it is going to be an influential lesson that you're going to take away from this year.
I like the fact that there's so many swords because the swords in this deck are pens, and I know you are a writer, so whether they're, not exactly in the best position, it still is a good sign that the pen is mightier than the sword and you know how to wield it.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be an exciting year. It's going to be a very social year, it looks like to me. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have a great year ahead.
Happy
Good luck with
birthday.
that. Happy birthday to you. And don't forget, you could come back and check out this reading anytime. Just remember the date we did it on, and it'll be right here at the beginning of the show. All right. So we are going to move on. Hey, you're very welcome, Fiber, to Libra Cusp. Hi, Libra.
Hi, Ari.
All right. Go. Ah, I took Fiber off here, but I didn't copy it. Right. Okay. My deck.
Libra wants to know what message was the dream trying to tell them?
Oh, hmm. I'm going to use this one, Shadowlands. Oh, wow. If you remember the dates we did them for you, 'cause we don't keep a record of that, unfortunately,
Well, they would be relatively in the
around
your
your
season,
birthday.
right?
There's no money back guarantee because there's no money involved. Oh, okay. Wow, good memory. I would not have remembered that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the dream. What was the dream again?
What was the message the dream was trying to give?
Okay. It's the Emperor upright.
So that's card one. So
Yep.
don't you just read it?
Oh, I guess that's right. My reading. The Emperor. Well, the Emperor is maybe saying it's time to regain control of something, perhaps. It could also indicate maybe this is just a time to step up and take the lead on something. I mean, if maybe it's to something that you've wanted to get done and you were trying to get other people to help, you may just have to step up and push them a little bit more, perhaps.
Well, the emperor has a lot of resources and powers at their disposal. So the message of the dream could be saying use those various abilities to find success or to work for things that are the most special for you. This could be saying that maybe there is somebody who has special tools, gifts, ideas, advice for you, or you have it at your own disposal. You just merely need to, find it and use it. Why is this important?
Oh, I was going to say something else
Go
here.
ahead.
The emperor as a dream symbol could also just be saying, you have inside leadership skills that are just waiting to come out. It's possible here this is just an internal, just saying, the dream is saying unconsciously you have these things available to you and use them wisely. All right, so why is this important? Well, it's a Six of Swords. Talk about,
I guess knowing that you can take charge of things makes it easier for you to move where you want to go, to move in the right direction that befits, what needs to be taken charge of.
well, I think why this is important is that you, because you are the one who can move things in a more stable, balanced direction. Maybe the dream is telling you if you take charge, things will flow more smoothly. If you take charge of certain areas of your life, you're going to find that you're going to feel more at peace.
So where will this lead?
Wow, it's back in a different deck. It is the Two of Swords making a reappearance tonight.
So reversed.
Oh yeah, I guess so. I
Hmm.
guess so. Um, the Two of Swords reversed is indicating that it's where this is headed is moving probably in the right direction. I feel nothing really negative from any of these cards here. And so I'm getting the feeling that it's saying that, you're if you take the lead, you can move things in a better direction. It's the right decision to make, and you're going to make it.
Well, the second card was about you realizing that you do have the power or whatever to do this. The third card is really saying there's where you're going to go. You're
Do
going to go
this.
there. You're just going to do this. And it will be good because you'll do it with a sense of being informed about the best way to do it. So in the Lenormand, we throw the whip and broom and the house.
I don't know if this is a home project or, some project where you live, something to do with the house or home, or something to do with something that would make you feel more comfortable.
Yeah, I think so.
Uh, that's what it looks like to me, and it's really. I mean, I could almost take it at face value. You have a broom here. It's time to purge, maybe clean house, maybe unload some things you no longer need. Maybe you need some help with doing that. Maybe you need other people to do their part as well. But I think here that, or it could be a home improvement project of some sort. I think this is coming quickly, whatever this is.
Right. The dream may have been you wrestling with the idea that maybe you were trying to procrastinate in some ways or avoid it, or that maybe there were some real time obstacles to actually putting this together and doing it, going in the direction of taking care of this home business. But the final card says you're doing it and you're going to do it quickly. You're going to realize like there's no time like the present. So whatever it is, if you need to really change something in the home or whether it's just really cleaning clutter stuff, you're going to focus on it because it's just that important. The emperor says so.
So good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
All right. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
And Lena's up.
Yes.
Lena wants a love reading,
And that's your.
love life for the next 3 months.
Okay.
Okay.
Just going to put these for next time.
Excuse me.
Just a reminder for everybody who's still here, there'll be no happy hour on Saturday this week. I should have announced it at the beginning of the show, and my apologies for that. But there will be no happy hour. We have a real major schedule conflict just about that whole day. So there's no fitting it in. We'll be back a week from Saturday with happy hour. And I'll try to get some messages up about that on our community board.
Reading on the love life
3 months.
the next 3 months. And it's the Two of Wands reversed. The Ten of Swords reversed. And Judgment upright.
Here. Oh, sorry.
The Letter and the Black Cat, which is the dog. All right, your love life. Um, I'm not sure. It starts off really ambitious. It sort of feels like maybe you're just undecided about what direction to actually go in. You might be feeling like either you are in between possibilities or a possibility is just sort of stalled in a way, or you're stalled in what you really want to do. That's probably more in the beginning of this, maybe the first month or so.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really kind of odd. I mean, I don't know if I could go month by month with those cards,
Yeah, I'm
but
going to try to be
I feel
loose.
like they're saying a story here, and the story might be, you've got the Ten of Swords, and that Ten of Swords is upright. Am I
It's
right?
reversed.
Oh, it is
I
reversed.
said so.
Okay. So the both the 2 and the 10 are reversed.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I think here that I think that things will move forward. There's a chance here for things to brighten up and start moving forward if you maybe do something different, do things a little bit differently. The Judgment card calls for kind of a change or a transformation that needs to take place in order for, your love life to open up for you, Lena. And I think in the next 3 months it's possible, but you're going to really have to work at it. The two of wands is reversed here, and that indicates to me that maybe you need to re-strategize how this is going to happen, how you're going to make, how love is going to come into your life, how you can make it happen. And I think the Lenormand may hold a key for you here. The key is to accept invitations from family and friends. You have the dog here, which is family, friends, and you have the letter. And I think here what it's saying here is the more you get out and see people, possibly meet other people, the more likely things are going to open up for you. But something needs to change, and the change might happen by connecting more with others.
Hi, Kara.
Oh, hi, Kara. I'm done with
All
everything.
right. So I agree a lot with Banshee here, and I feel like there is a shakeup that's coming in these next 3 months, and that maybe you realize you've been wasting your time with either a person or maybe with your understanding of how a situation would work. And that you will have a shakeup with this and realize you have to do for yourself, that it's not really going to happen for you without your participation, Lena, to some degree. And I agree with Banshee. I think that whenever possible, you need to just put yourself into situations that are social or will lead to other social situations, meeting new people or meeting people. Getting to know people is going to be really important for you if you're serious about trying to, create a better love life.
I have to, that's what I have too. All right.
Good
Good
luck.
luck with that. So I can't say that I see anything moving towards you per se, except that the potential exists. But you're going to have to kind of get out there more to make it happen.
Proactive.
Hey, office parties or meetings or gatherings, get involved in that, or whatever, family friend gatherings, because you never know where the person will come from. So you've just got to open those channels more. Good luck with that.
Right. And we're on Mila,
Yes,
our friend from Australia.
right.
And Mila asks, how does Zine or Zine feel about me? No contact, just your crush.
Okay.
Mr. O had a good workout and is very thirsty.
And you worked today.
And I worked today.
I worked out while he worked, and he worked out after he got off work. Yeah. All right.
How does Zine feel about Mila?
Oh, well, it's the Two of Cups reversed. It's another reversal. The Knight of Swords is reversed. They're all reversed.
I'm
The
sorry.
Eight of, what did I
Cups.
think it's Eight of Cups reversed.
Okay, the significator woman, it could be you, it could be anybody. And the bouquet.
Hmm.
Well, there's some mixed things here, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of this. I feel like maybe if there's no contact, that they're not really thinking about you at best here because, the Two of Cups is reversed, which is kind of a breakup or a disconnect kind of card. So that's why I'm thinking, they're not thinking maybe of connecting with you right now. They're just not.
And it's because you admit that you don't really know them well. I mean, you may know them in passing, but you sort of have a crush. So it could just be that. That could be an indication, maybe, that it could be that the feelings would never really be reciprocated. Maybe Zine has somebody already special, or you may know the answer to that, but that's just a possibility I see there.
Well, and the Knight of Swords is reversed. What is your take on that?
The Knight of
I have a
Swords
thought, but
reversed. Well, it can represent somebody who maybe has an awkward feeling. That could be themselves. Maybe they sort of feel like they want whatever they want to do it slower, or they're not always very confident about how they impress in the world. So they may actually have, their own problems in terms of confidence or recklessness. That it's possible that from a relationship point of view, they sort of fear overreacting or acting too fast on certain impulses.
I think they are a little bit reckless in the way they approach their communications with people too. So, the other thing is maybe sometimes they act that way in general. They don't get back, they don't talk to people, they don't return calls. They're a little bit reckless and careless, I feel, in their communications in particular. And, this might be also a cautionary tale here for yourself, to just maybe it's meant to just kind of to move slowly and more carefully on this because I'm not sure I'm seeing good positive energy here right now.
Well, the last card kind of is intriguing to me because when I look at the Eight of Cups, it sort of feels like it's a person who is not moving forward, whether they need to or not. They're just sort of in their own position, and that could describe Zine as a person who doesn't really show any curiosity towards you or that situation.
Their life feels like it's maybe in a stalemate right now. They maybe want to make some changes, whether that's contacting you or doing something else with their life, but they're stuck.
Excuse me.
They feel kind of stuck right now. And so for whatever reasons, that's what is going on. And I just look and can't figure out why a card of joy and gift would be here with you under these circumstances, especially if you really have feelings for this person. And all I can say is maybe right now the way things stand is a gift in disguise because the bottom line is here they don't seem to have any feelings right now. They're not behaving very good right now, and so it might be best to either wait this out a little longer or move on for now and see if they ever are going to reconnect.
I mostly agree with that, but I almost get the feeling like maybe those Lenormands could be saying you should maybe give a small acknowledgement to them of some sort. I don't say go out and buy a gift, but maybe ask them if they want to have coffee with you or something like that. I am wondering if it could just be saying maybe you need to seize an initiative, but I would say go small, don't go big.
Well, it's up to you. I can see why he said that. That's possible. Um, I'm just not getting a good vibe of connection off of these cards right now.
Right. And that's why
So
I feel it might be up to you to
he's right about that.
poke a little bit. And then then, you may get some immediate feedback. Good
Well, I wish I had
luck,
better
Mila.
news, but that's what we have for you right now. Good luck with that. And Crystal is going to be up. All right, here we go. Thank you. Oh, hi, Gwen. I think we can still
Hi,
check
Rowan.
the list. Yeah. Sunny, sunny, sunny.
Alrighty. I guess I would like to use my Secrets Tarot. Hey, Sunny. What's under there? What's under?
Ah, the court date's approaching. Okay. All right.
All right, I'll just throw them out there. The upright Ace of Pentacles,
Nice.
the upright Ten of Swords, and the upright Four of Swords.
Wow. Oh, no. Hold on. It's the creepy trail, the crossroads, and the sun. Hmm.
As candle.
Well, thank goodness for that. But I mean, the Ace of Pentacles is interesting too. Um, so how's he feeling?
The
Um,
energies towards.
right, the energies. Well, that Ten of Swords really kind of bothers me. They may feel, I'm going to start there. Initially, I think as the date is getting closer, they may feel like they've been betrayed. They may just have that, whether for right or wrong, that's how they feel, right?
It is a literal feeling of being stabbed in the back. Their energy feels like they have been defeated by forces that are beset them. That's the traditional meaning of the card. Since there was a personal relationship going on, of course, the truth may be something a little different.
And I want to go to this card here
Yeah,
right
that's what's
away
important.
because I feel like, okay, they feel like they're being betrayed. So they might be withdrawing more, right now to get them, to get their act together for the trial, right? And I don't know, maybe they're hoping for a good financial outcome out of this somehow. Does that make sense to you? I'm trying to figure out how to,
Well,
because this is about their energy towards you. Do they want to work some kind of thing out with you?
I mean, maybe that could be questioned as some sort of settlement of some sort. It's a beginning, so it means it's something new starting, and a settlement usually does sort of come after somebody calls for it in terms of creating a balance between the sides. I'm not sure about that one either. It doesn't seem to
Yeah, it
ring.
just seems kind of an outlier here, but it maybe not. And I think here with the real main thing he feels right now, because that was your question, the energies, is kind of one of betrayal. So if you're picking up any kind of ooky vibes, that could be it. And he's just feeling a sense of betrayal. And sometimes, depending on how empathic you are, you can kind of pick up, oh, something's not right.
Well, because of those two Lenormands, I actually wonder if the Ace of Pentacles represents the idea that he wants a beginning beyond you to move sort of beyond you. And the reason I say that is the sun is illuminating the many questions or paths that he could possibly go on. And so he is somehow receiving information or guidance of some sort that maybe suggests there's a different path that he could take.
I think he's hoping for whatever this means to him, whether, and I'm almost thinking it's more about the actual case than about you, that he's feeling that he's hoping that somehow he can turn this around in his favor. I almost feel that way with this, that that's why the
Okay,
sun is
I
here,
see that.
is that he feels that whatever, he's
So
feeling.
that itself would also tie in with that too,
Yeah,
a new beginning of
maybe a
some
new
sort.
beginning of some sort, growthful. So, I mean, maybe it would tie into him feeling better about you eventually, but I think this is more now that the case is getting closer, maybe, and
He's not reacting the way you might want.
is focusing more on that,
Yeah.
and how that's going to turn out for them. So I think that's what the focus is right now, more than anything. So that's to answer your question in a way is that he may not be, if he's sending any energy at all your way, I feel like it's a sense of abandonment or betrayal. Like he's been kind of stabbed. And you know what? If you just had to do what you had to do, people take it the way they're going to take it.
That's
We
true.
can't control, how they feel about something, but you've got to do what you've got to do.
So this could even work for you as well as for him. Maybe he feels he just wants to avoid you, get away from you. Maybe he just thinks you should get away.
Wow. I didn't think about that, but
Well,
that's not bad either. I definitely feel like he is laying low from you maybe because of the trial. So,
yeah.
yeah. Anyway, I
Good
wish
luck
you luck with this. Good luck with
and
it.
keep us in touch. Definitely want to know more about that one.
Good luck, Crystal. All right. Well, on our social media right now, we've got Halloween haiku 2 days a week. Mondays are brand new ones that we're coming up with somehow. It's been tricky. And then on Fridays, tomorrow, we're going to be posting some moldy oldies.
We have a lot of content we've been doing right now. In addition to the haiku, we've cranked out over the last several weeks 4 episodes of WTF with TFT, where we use our cards to examine unusual questions or questions that may have certain public or topical interest. So, for example, we did one recently. It's on our YouTube channel right now. All of them are really about the mysterious interstellar objects that are coming towards us
What
or
the heck
moving
is
beyond us.
going on?
So check this out. Give us a support.
All right. So,
We're on.
Celi's question, did you see it?
Yeah, I did see it. Let me go back to it.
I did too.
Uh,
How can I attract my future
all
husband?
right.
And I've got a deck here. Is it my deck?
Yes, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, welcome back, Sonny.
Yes, the beginning of back and forth.
I should have known.
Hello.
I should have
Lay
known
down.
not to get too
Lay down.
comfortable.
Lay down, you.
He knows Kara's here. All right. Celi's here. Sonny's here. Kara's here. All right. It's the Five of Wands reversed. The Knight of Pentacles is reversed. Oh, and the Ace of Cups is upright. Why do I get the feeling like those two cards are integral to achieving the Ace of Cups, right?
Oh, hmm.
So we have to figure that out, I think. What you got there?
the mountain,
Okay.
and the snake.
Oh,
Okay, the five.
boy.
Do you want to start?
I guess I will. The five of wands is interesting reversed. I would say here that I would just remind you that there is probably an awful lot of competition, no matter where you are, for the good people out there to have a good relationship with. So, how can you attract your future husband? You've got to be able to stand out amongst, the crowd there. And so that's the best way to do it is find a way to stand out and be, I'm not saying be not don't be who you are, but make sure you are seen, stand out, do something that rises you and elevates you above the others in some way. And I think here
Pentacles.
the Knight of Pentacles reversed indicates to me that you're going to have to I think you're going to have to realize here too that this is going to take some time. I just think with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, this is not going to move very quickly, and you should be patient. You should be patient in what you're trying to accomplish here because you want to attract the right person to you. And so you just don't settle. You take your time and you do what you can during that time to attract the right person to you. And I think it's visibility for one. I'll stop there.
Okay, sometimes that Five of Wands may not necessarily act like it's about a lot of people jousting around there. It could
Right.
be talking about people who are trying to avoid that too. It kind of wobbles a little bit. So this could be saying you have to find your own sweet spot between being the appearance of being too competitive for something or also being viewed as not really being that interested or actually being divisive. So that is appearances a little bit. I like what Banshee said there because I feel like standing out is really a struggle. Sometimes when people stand out, they overemphasize something that they may regret. Finding that balance is going to be important, but maybe that's why the Knight of Pentacles is there reversed because it really is something that you just and we counsel a lot of people. A lot of people really want things to happen quick, but sometimes fate doesn't necessarily do that. It could be that this protects you in a way too, giving you more time to think about every step of the way.
And in a sense, you're not going to get it handed to you. I think the Knight of Pentacles sometimes indicates a little bit of a laziness, So just realize there's going to be a part you have to play in doing this. And I think the good news is ultimately you will find someone. You just have to be willing to remain open-hearted and vulnerable, but also careful. And the reason I'm saying that is because of what I see in the Lenormand here. I just have to tell you, no matter what culture, no matter where you come from, there are just a lot of deceitful people out there and people who are not good for you. And it makes it a challenge. It makes it very challenging to find the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. So I think here, you're going to have to, just like I said, stand out and be selective and be patient so that you really make sure you're making the right choices. I believe you will have some, but you're going to have to work at it a little bit, like some other people I think we read for tonight.
The Ace of Cups is the best card here because it does show that that kind of happiness will happen. It doesn't tell us when really, but the other cards indicate that it's not going to be real smooth getting there, and it may take longer than you want it to get there. And I totally agree with Banshee. Snakes are evil, and
They're
and
deceptive.
they're
They could
deceptive.
betray. And
Mhm.
so that's just it. Be careful of the people. It's challenging to weed it out. And especially when you really think you love someone, you like to throw caution to the wind. And I suggest to you take your time and get to know people, once they start coming into your life. And take your time. Good luck with that.
Good luck.
Mary the Aries is up.
You're welcome. I hope that was helpful.
Yeah, it seemed like the cards didn't want to give too specific of an advice this time, but just leaving it open for you to figure out the ways you're going to be able to stand out. I think they were more of cautioning you to just be careful of, who you trust your heart to. That's all. Be open minded to a point, but, know when you've got to just say, no, this isn't going to work out. Good luck with that. We've got Mary the Aries.
And I'm going to add Emily to the list.
Oh, hi, Emily. Thank you for that. And
You're welcome. I think Mary wanted guidance, general guidance.
I think it was a general too, I'm pretty sure, but I'm going to run back and look.
General reading. There we go.
Okay,
Okay. Hey, Mary.
your deck.
So I'm going to use the Mind's Eye Tarot.
Ooh,
Pretty little deck.
it is. I haven't used mine in a while.
Gold.
It's pretty.
It shuffles well, too.
Sometimes we both buy a deck.
This was one of them.
Yeah, that was one of them. And well, actually, I got mine gifted to me. The horror tarot's one, though, we both. I have to have something a little scary. He's got all the gory decks. I have to get my feet wet a little bit.
Card one is the reverse Six of Wands.
The reverse Six of Wands, okay.
And a reversed Queen of Cups. But the Lovers is upright.
Okay.
Do you want to show yours?
Yes. I haven't even looked yet. Oh, it's the skeleton key. And the fox.
And there's our fox again.
Well, Six of Wands and the Queen of Cups seem to fall together in a way. Six of Wands being reversed, right?
They're both reversed.
They're both reversed.
Yeah.
And I get the feeling that you might be feeling a little bit blue, Mary, over not getting the respect or, the acknowledgement you feel you deserve for something. You feel kind of disrespected or possibly even used, if that makes sense to you. This is something that maybe is coming or you know about already. And so the lovers. I think here, though, that this is a situation where, you know what, you just got to look at what you stand for, what you've done, and realize that you would probably have made the right decision or choice here, regardless of about how others are treating you over this.
Right. The Six of Wands could indicate that you have feelings about the challenges that came to you, that you don't feel anyone noticed how well you did, or you don't feel acknowledged in certain respects. You feel certain things you deserved, but nobody noticed, or you feel invisible sometimes. Is this also tie in with maybe a sense of an emotional dis-ease you might have too right now, that you sort of feel maybe some people don't connect with you well, or some people really bring more challenges to you in a relationship than they bring other things. And so you're wondering, should you stick with these things or not? This is a troubling time, perhaps, or you could be moving into that. But the lovers, I think, does sort of show that this could be a lot of what it is you feel when you don't feel like anybody likes you. And maybe you're feeling like you're just really in the wrong social situations, that you might have social situations, but the people don't seem to respect or like you. And maybe you're actually going to find a way to move on to somewhere else.
Well, I think with what I
That's
said,
the decision thing.
yeah, I think with, this could be a love relationship. It could have to do with friendships. It could have to do with colleagues at work. It could have to do with family even. I'm not sure here what we're dealing with. I would say this though, that you know what, I think here ultimately the key is to just play it smart. Be smart, be crafty. Uh, don't allow others to diminish you. You probably know that you are fully, you were right in doing what you did. You were right. And what you're trying to accomplish or do is right for you. So I don't know what much more to say with that fox. The fox is often about crafty thinking, being sly, maybe in a way, in order to feel better about things. You'll have to make some subtle maneuvers that will make you feel better. But being sly, being crafty, and also working hard. Working hard. Just do what you do because you are on the right path. I just feel others. I always say when the six of it, I'm going to say it again because there's a card coming up where I'm going to say it again, is that we don't need outside validation. The only person that you need to be proud of you or take pride in you is you. So as long as you know you're doing the right thing, don't worry about what people are saying or not
I
about
like
you.
that. This could, in fact, have been that this is
Yeah.
really, how you dealt with people who, or will deal with people who don't really have an interest in having a sincere relationship with you, whether it's work or something else. They won't be
Family.
considered honest partners. They're sort of just chiseling for themselves. So the key is to think like a fox, to think a little more cleverly, and realize who is it that doesn't really have your interest at heart, and maybe moving on from there. Good luck.
Hi, Kelsey. I'm getting closer now.
Yes, we are.
So we might be cutting the
We
list
still have
now.
about an hour.
I know. So that's what we have for you, Mary. Good luck with that. Ladybug glove. Sonny, you make it so easy for me to do my work. Why did I see a guy appear today at Walmart and in Walmart and disappear? Hmm. Okay. I don't know. We'll find out.
That's a Twilight Zone question.
We'll find out. Okay.
All right. And reminding everybody, we are not at happy hour this week. We have another engagement, so we won't be there. We'll be back a week from Saturday. That's our Saturday program, but we won't be there, so don't pay attention to that. Banshee's Sunday morning Material Matters is
I'll
10
be there.
o'clock. We will be there. It's live in the chat room. Hope to see you all there. We're also live later on Sunday afternoon from 2 to 4. That's our busy days, so
And
get
the good
early or
news
you may
is
not get a
there's
ride.
a nighttime Lions game, so there's no conflict with me, no
That's good.
mixed feelings.
I know that's important.
Well, yes. All right. Well, the Ace of Cups is reversed. I just want to look at the question again. Is there one card there or two? That felt really thick to me.
It's one. Oh, it's
I
two.
knew it. So, but the Ace of Cups was the second card. So, sorry. The Eight of Cups is upright. That's really interesting. It's really interesting. And then the Ace of Cups is reversed. Hmm. And the Fool is upright.
Well,
This could be a read, maybe.
the key.
And the Bear?
Uh-huh. The key is the
He
bear.
has superpowers and he just disappeared. Right? The bear, superpower. Well, at any rate, the Eight of Cups is very interesting here. It's like he did just leave. He just disappeared. You're right. He moved on. He maybe had other engagements or places to be, but it seems like he just disappeared. Now, if you're talking about you saw an apparition instead of an actual human being, then I would say the same thing almost that he disappeared. He moved on. Um, I think that's really important or funny here. Funny, because I thought as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh, yeah, this card was kind of meant to be here,
Well,
right?
a part of us, wants to believe in paranormal things, and then another part of us wants to have total validation. And we are in a time where a lot of things are happening that don't make sense. People are seeing all kinds of unexplained phenomena. Could this have happened? The Eight of Cups says they're gone, that they moved on somehow. I like the image in that. What is that?
It looks like there are portals, you know?
It's a reversed Ace of Cups.
Oh, the
When
Ace
I'm
of
looking at
Cups.
it that way, it sort of looks like there's a flying saucer over their head and there's a beam, something going there. So it's the Ace of Cups reversed. In the context of the question, I'm not sure.
Well, why did they disappear? Why did you see them appear and disappear? Um, Maybe so you could feel some emotion. I don't know. The Ace of Cups is reversed here, though. I don't know if it was trying to make you feel a negative emotion, unhappiness or sorry that they just disappeared.
Is that the feeling it gave you?
What?
Is that the feeling it gave you?
Yeah, it could be the feeling it gave you, and maybe I don't know if that's why they disappeared, though. But I feel here, too, that you were meant to experience this emotionally. And the fool, the fool indicates a risk here with somebody, usually it's taking a risk, like, do I go and talk to this person, for example, or do I try to say something? Do I try to acknowledge its presence if it's ethereal, for example? Or what do I do? The willingness to take a risk would have been important here. Maybe this person would have stayed if one or both of you took a risk.
Well,
Do you know what I'm saying?
not exactly. I get the feeling like
Okay.
only you were meant to see this, if that's possible. I don't know if that's what you're saying. Um, that it was some sort of sign, but what does it align or synchronize for you?
Just who, oh, somebody came to your mind is that what it is in the store?
So was that the person, or do you think that was the proxy for the person, sort of an
I'm just wondering now if we're talking about a real person or somebody that she thought of in the store. I think we need some clarification so we can answer this better. Is this a real person you saw in the store, or is it just somebody you were thinking about? Oh, that's what you thought of when it happened. Okay. So you thought of another person when you saw this one, am I right? It was a spirit. Okay. Thank you. And we were kind of going that way because, I just got that funny feeling here when I had that Eight of Cups. And looking at your question, I thought it was spiritual. I feel that they wanted you to feel something. Maybe this is happening to you, Ladybug, because there's a sense here that maybe you have closed your heart in some way and they were just trying to it appeared to you to get a reaction out of you, an emotional reaction out of you. And I don't know why the risk is here. I guess maybe I would say too that this is saying that, maybe I was trying to get you to open your heart again so that you'd be more willing to take a risk and open your heart to new love in your life.
Well, the other thing too is that the bear often stands for that strong heart kind of stuff too, and it says that's the key to that.
Personal
So,
empowerment.
so these are all signs that came to you or spirits that came to you because I guess they're trying to jumpstart your feeling again or to bring you more feeling.
Bring you more feeling and also maybe bring you more confidence in yourself. I wonder
Yeah.
here if you're seeing spirits, and I don't know how regularly you see spirits. Maybe this is a sign too that they want you to open up more to that experience and take that chance and that risk. So I wonder about that as well. If this is something you do often, or maybe this is meaning more channels are going to open for you. And to be strong, they feel maybe that you are strong enough to handle that. I'm kind of feeling that now that I'm looking at these
It makes
cards.
more sense.
Well, I hope this made some sense to you. It's very interesting reading. And like I said, they came, they went. Their job was done, or they thought it was. And if nothing else, it certainly has haunted you and it's got you thinking about it. So,
And are you ready to take that leap?
it has elicited a reaction, and maybe that's what it was meant to do.
You're welcome.
So, wish you luck with that. Interesting. All right, Alicia,
Hey, Alicia.
where have you been? Hope you're doing well. There we go.
Hi.
Uh, did they post?
No, not yet. And I'm just going to mention, okay, we'll get to that. Don't forget to watch my emotional exchanges tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. The emotional energy for the week and whether or not you might get lucky. Alrighty. So is that my deck, right?
Yes, I just finished this one. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to use the Tarot of the Sweet Twilight.
Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. Things haven't been going well.
So you say you're upset about your contracts. Does that mean the ones you have now or the ones you're trying to get or
Trying to get some contracts, right?
and if we have a vague answer, we'll do a specific yes or no on it.
Applying for work bids. Yeah, okay. What you got?
It's the Nine of Pentacles
Nine.
upright.
Okay. Nice.
And then it is Strength upright, number 11 in the major arcana. And then it's the Eight of Wands upright. I like that they're all upright.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm
Um,
wondering lately.
but what's going on and why aren't you feeling it? Let's see.
The fog, which is clouds.
Yeah.
And the bear, which is Frankenstein in this deck.
Ah, so the Nine of Pentacles is so funny because it seems like things haven't been going well. Should you keep trying? I think you should. I think there's a sense with Drat. There's a sense with the Nine of Pentacles that maybe you should just kind of stay where you are right now, that things aren't that bad. But I'm not sure. You're feeling pretty bummed out, so I'm not sure that's it. I almost think sometimes the Nine of Pentacles shows somebody reaching for one of their fruit, and I'm just thinking here, this is saying to me, don't give up. But make sure that you stay in your comfort zone with this, don't try to stress it too much. Go for the work bids that you feel, you maybe just ones that aren't the best in the world, but would be good to just get something for now, just to kind of be satisfied.
So to me, when I look at that Nine of Pentacles, and it sort of reminds me of the Catwoman with her whip in that one Batman movie,
I can't see it
Michelle
too well
Pfeiffer.
from here.
But what I think this is saying is you sort of have a sense of control and comfort, or that is the atmosphere you could be operating from. So, in other words, although you may be upset about things not working out from you, you are sort of working from an area of comfort, like you're not immediately challenged yet that this is not working out for you. And so you still have the ability to try to move ahead with these things.
Oh, okay. What's the next one again?
Strength upright.
Strength upright. Um, Again, I'm kind of feeling this idea that you need to just keep your will, your determination, and remain strong through this desert of a lack of bids right now. And maybe just take a more easier approach. A lot of times, strength says you don't have to push yourself so hard. And so don't do that because just do what you just do some, but don't get yourself to the point of over stressing, overworking, or over pushing to try to make this happen. Sometimes we push so hard for something that we push it away instead of towards us.
The strength card represents the idea that your best strength is really from your compassion and from your sense of patience too. That,
I like
like I
that.
said with the first card, you may be moving from an area of some sort of sense of comfort, i.e., you're not struggling totally yet. And so strength card says you can continue to apply pressure in the more gentle, or not necessarily gentle, but more understanding ways, understanding power and energy and how to move that. And I think that's important because then it's going to pick up. It moves to the Eight of Wands, and then the energy moves and your target becomes clearer. So some of this may be, in my mind, Alicia, waiting for the best bid to come through, or waiting for the right time to put your energy on, working that bid, getting it.
I just feel focus on small things right now that you really feel you have the best shot at, and don't push and pressure too much. And I think you'll have something that you will be able to focus your energy and attention on. It may also mean that communications might start picking up. So if you've been waiting for people to contact you, uh, you might notice in the near future, I can't exactly say when, but maybe by the end of this month, that things will start picking up for you. I just feel that with that Eight of Wands. That Eight of Wands is movement. And so I think things are going to be moving more in a positive direction.
Right. The first two cards sort of say like sort of status quo, not necessarily great
Yeah.
leaps and bounds. The next card says things are picking up. And
And
then that takes us to the Lenormand.
the Lenormand indicates to me that, hey, power over any sense of hopelessness or despair or disappointment you may have about, the situation. Power through it. The Frankenstein is the bear, and the bear is about self-empowerment, maintaining control and authority, and believing in yourself because you can overcome this. You can overcome it. I think things will turn around.
And I think that that bear Frankenstein strength is helpful because you may feel like
I agree.
this is confusing right now, or this seems to be overly detailed. And at some point, you're going to just have to rely on that strength because things are going to pick up. There won't be time for you to be too confused. Perhaps at that point, some of this just starts to make more sense. Good luck with that.
The government work bid. Yeah, well, government right now.
Uh, well, yeah, there is that.
There's there's all kinds of bad stuff going on there.
So
So
it still feels like it's going slow now, but at some point it'll pick up.
yeah. And if you're talking about local government, that may be a different story.
That's
So
true too.
but I do think that it just seems as though it's slim pickings right now and status quo. But try to stay in your comfort zone. Try to relax more. Try to take this, one step at a time, one attempt at a time, and do what you can.
I think,
A yes, no on the government bid. Okay, we could. Let's do it.
yeah, all right. That's probably the important one too, especially
Yeah.
because it's the one that has the least amount of what can you do or what do you know.
We're going to do our brief single card yes, no for you and see what it says. I'd like to shuffle on this one quickly and cut.
I was going to let you.
Thank you.
Yes, I was.
Thank you.
Hi, Estelle. You're welcome.
Cutting. All right, here we go.
And it's swords, so it means no. We are so sorry.
Which one is it?
It's the Six of Swords.
Ah, but it might. The Six of Swords, and it was upright.
It was upright.
The Six of Swords again indicates a card of movement.
Hmm.
Even though it's a no, it could indicate that you might be moving towards something else. Um, it may not be the government thing, though. It doesn't look like there's challenges and obstacles right now to that coming to you. So,
Something else will happen, maybe.
I'm hopeful that something else will
Good
happen,
luck.
or that it's saying it's a blessing in disguise letting that go for now. And I'm not sure why that would be, but sometimes that card talks about moving to a better place. So let's hope that's true at least.
And if you don't mind, if you remember, we would like to know if this did or didn't work out the way we
Yeah,
said.
good luck with that.
We always like that.
Well, never say never. We
That's
aren't the
true.
end all here. It's just not looking good according to the tarot. Good luck with that. Ari is up, and she did post a
Okay, are
question.
you going to add a cell?
Let's add a cell and close the list.
All right. You're welcome.
We had a birthday reading, so I think that's all we can fit in. Let me copy that again. You're welcome. Hey, good luck to you.
Good luck.
All right, back to Aries question. I'm going to look it up. So, oh, can you tell me if weak on emotionally available men is just a me problem, or a lot of other girls in my area feeling the same issues? Okay, maybe even the whole region, maybe even the whole world. Why stop there? I say. That's a good one. Most men. How about just most men? Let's cut that off right there. I getcha. I getcha. Well, I wonder how we can pick up that vibe exactly.
We need to play that song by Aretha and Annie Lennox. The sisters are doing it for themselves.
Okay. I'm going to use, okay, this one, the Ghost in Spirits Tarot. All right. The Hanged Man is upright. The Five of Pentacles is upright. The Page of Swords is upright. They're all upright. They should all be good, right? Except for that Five of Pentacles.
So, my understanding, the basic question is we're just trying to decide if there's something going on with men or a lot of men.
Men in general, if other women, yeah, if Aries the only one finding men like this, you know.
Okay, that gives me something there. So,
What are those?
it's the birds and the ship.
Oh, interesting, since we have the Page of Swords too. Okay. Well, the Hangman is upright. I could look at this two ways, unfortunately, but I think I know which way I want to lean. But the first way is that, well, you're looking at this very broadly, okay? And it could be true. It could be, and on the other hand, sometimes I want to say maybe too broadly. But on the other hand, maybe there is a truth here that overall, from your perspective, you're not wrong in thinking the way you are because, you've tried to look at this up and down for a while now, and you're probably on the right track that there certainly is more people than just you experiencing this. How many, though, I'm not really sure.
Right, it would be hard to do that to try to figure out if it really was, 5/8 of all men or whatever it is. But this is a good indicator. And in general, I'm just going to kind of throw it wide open and say that this represents the human condition for all genders, both or all genders, and the idea that there's a lot of pressure for people to try to find their lives, find their soulmates. And maybe there are a lot of people who aren't willing to be fully invested in that. There may be people who just are not ready to be fully invested in the search for that. Some of this is maturity. Some of this may be that they have other kinds of things that they want. So, in other words, they may be putting off a sacrifice, the hangman, finding true love or finding a mate because they think they have other things they have to do.
And I think here, with that Five of Pentacles, um, There definitely is this sense and this feeling, and you are perfectly justified in feeling that way, Ari, that it is slim pickings out there. With the Five of Pentacles here, it's hard to find the person that you belong with out in a world where there's just a lot of this shallowness and difficult, not very well behaved people out there. I think that it's very, very slim pickings. And, maybe I'm just throwing this out there. I'm just saying maybe, you just need to find other places or other communities to search for, the person you're looking for. But as you've already mentioned, your region seems like this way. So I don't know how far you got to go.
Well, now,
Maybe in
and
California, like you wanted to go.
right, it could be better somewhere else, but that's the problem is that sometimes you have to grow where you're planted,
I
so
like
to
that.
speak.
Nicely done.
That you have to deal with the circumstances. If you are able to move away, then that creates, that momentum to do something different. But that Five of Pentacles does have a feeling like you are on the outside trying to figure out how to get to where you want to be, and there are doors closed or you don't have the right way to enter.
Interesting. And so finally,
Page of Swords.
yeah, the Page of Swords. I just feel here, because I'm also seeing some signs of it here, that you're just going to have to go out there and keep communicating, keep trying to dialogue with men in order to find, the right one. I think your dialogue, communication, maybe this is also saying that, this is going to happen soon. Maybe you're going to find some engaging dialogue with someone. You have here the ship and the
Birds.
birds, and the birds is about movement through communication. And so I feel here, whether it's virtually or whether it's in person, the more you get out and socialize and communicate, the more you open up the possibility of moving beyond the lack to finding somebody who, is more worthy of your attention.
Well, we're kind of old farts here, but it seems to me like all through my life, I always remember somebody, maybe it was more women at times, maybe it was more men at times, who always felt that true love did elude them and that they had been the heartbreak kid or whatever. So number one, it's important not to feel like this is only you, but you don't feel that way. You do feel like there's something bigger going on. And you might be right, Ari. I'm not really sure. That Page of Swords is only telling me that your best advice is to continue being the good person you are, continue
Yep,
trying to be graceful and diplomatic,
I like that.
or a bitch when you have to be. But really, this is saying wear your best manners when you're trying to meet people, when you're trying to engage. Just be yourself. Try to be the person you want to be, tactful, a dancer through life, and treat people badly if you have to when they've treated you badly. But don't don't give up trying because at some point a door opens. I really believe that.
The Scorpio cuts us Aries to the quick. Be the bitch you have to be sometimes.
It's true, you Aries.
Hey, we Aries got a Aries. Anyway, not to make light.
So I do agree, though, on the Lenormand too, Ari, that something is going to happen. Something is moving you towards more
Communication.
right, but you could be moving to that situation too. Find other forums to go to. Find some way to broaden your search.
Good luck with that. I'll take my cards. Oh, and we are on Kara.
Hi, Kara.
Sonny is still here. He's here for you, Kara.
Looks like it's you again.
Okay. All right, then you can do the last or two in a row, I mean.
Well, the next two.
Right. That's what I meant. Sorry. Ah. Okay, so an oracle card.
top and bottom.
Top and bottom. What do I want to do? What do I want to do?
Yay, Sunny.
Well, I have the Halloween Oracle. Let's see what we get. By Stacy DeMarco.
Oh, I didn't want that.
Mr. Sunny is a problem, but he's not.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? It's terrible. Hi.
Well,
Just a little note about our stinker cat. All right. All right. Ooh, I like that. Oh, Kara. This is going to be good. Maybe. It's Night Song and Ancestors. Okay, Night Song is about hidden talents. And it's got a little poem. Some of these books have little poems. A ruby red bird singing in the darkness full of sound, like an unopened present, ribbons still bound. It's really kind of cool. So a bird singing at night is an unusual occurrence. And those birds who are known as singers of the darkness are almost always considered sacred or frightening. From the operatic nightingale through to the hooting owl, hearing a bird that you cannot see weaving its magic through night sky has captivated humans for millennia. In the past, at Halloween time, a night that the veil between the worlds was said to be at its thinnest, these night birds were considered either omens or messengers of the gods, depending on the culture. Their voices were perceived as good luck, as a positive validation, or as a warning about continuing on a certain pathway. In some mythology, the night bird was able to direct us towards discovering our talents and true purpose, a kind of guide in the darkness leading us to the dawn. Should this beautiful but shy bird sing to you by appearing during your divination, know that you must unwrap the present of yourself. Look, some of the gifts within you remain unopened. The time has come to step into your true potential and claim all possibilities for yourself. There's no more time to waste, no more excuses. I could almost hear Odin saying that to you, Kara. No more excuses. And it's interesting, it's come up with the Ancestors card. I have a feeling the ancestors are behind this message. The love and legacy of our DNA. I walk in their footsteps. Their wisdom inside me remains. I am unique, yet carry a legacy. Their blood runs through my veins. Whether or not we know our ancestors, we are the products of those who have lived before us DNA wise. Externally, we may have the body type of our father, our mother's eyes, our grandmother's nose, or our great grandfather's skin tone. On the inside, it gets even more interesting. We know now that we can inherit the way our body works, blood types, genetic disorders, propensities for aspects of brain function like introversion, musicality, and mathematics. Many pagan paths associated with Halloween believe that we are born perfectly imperfect to be exactly what we are meant to be. What does that mean? It means that the gifts of our ancestors have left us uh, and the unique synergy of the combination of physical, mental, and spiritual that is created within us sets up perfectly to achieve our ultimate purpose. Should the ancestor card bring itself to your attention, know that you are ready and able to act on your birthright of power. You have the support of those who came before you. There may be challenges or struggles, but you have everything you need to overcome them. You will prevail. I'm going to get those out. I will talk about the cards in a minute.
The Scythe and the Book.
Maybe some hidden talents that they're trying to remind you that you have came down from the ancestors themselves. It's a part of you. It's a part of what makes you you. It's a part of your bloodline. And your ancestors want you to be true to that, and they believe that you are ready to do so. And with
Book and the Scythe.
the book and the scythe, you really have to cut deep, dive deep in order to reveal exactly what these might be. Maybe talk to more of your family about some of your ancestors, what their health concerns were, what kind of talents they had. You probably know some of that already. And maybe you already have an idea of some of the things you've inherited from them. Well, now's the time for some of that to rise up. No excuses.
I think this is a call to really get busy again. I'm wondering if you might want to do maybe some deeper genealogical research if you can access that, figuring out the ancestors before your grandparents, or even generically, the Hungarian, Italian, whatever backgrounds, finding out what kind of things people might have
I think
did.
you did some of that ancestor work already, or you went to some of those ancestry sites. So you might want to look over that stuff again too.
But there may be things they did that are talents you could pick up again and learn how to refine them.
Yeah, so
You did.
don't discount anything. And this might also be a call to really try to reconnect with your ancestors now while the veil is thin.
That's right.
And
This is the
honor
time.
them for, the talents and things that they have bestowed upon you, the life that you have. So that's what we have for you. It's very good reading, Kara. I like that. I like it a lot.
Halloween Arcana. Alrighty.
And when is up? All right. Ancient royal DNA.
General guidance. All right.
All right.
Let's see.
It's you.
What deck do I want?
Ira one.
What?
I didn't really find out all that great information from some of the ancestry stuff I did, so minorly disappointing. They claim that if I go back onto their site that they have more data they can share, but I'm wondering, I'm a little skeptical.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that.
I might do that at some point, but we've just been too busy right now for me to try that.
All right, woman. I am here. And I'm going to use my Halloweenish Ghost Tarot.
Okay.
General guidance. It's Temperance reversed. It's the Seven of Swords reversed. And it's the High Priestess upright.
Wow. Where do you see this?
Bats, which are the birds, in Lenormand. The Book of Shadows, which is the book.
It's all about finding out something,
Finding out
really.
something.
And it might shake you up a little bit, or you might feel a little bit of or I don't know. Hold on a minute. What is that card again?
It's the Seven of
Yes,
Swords.
that goes with that. And the High Priestess. Okay. So there may be something that comes to you. Either you figure it out intuitively or it is revealed to you. Or maybe something that is revealed to you, maybe you shouldn't take at face value, but because you have a feeling there's more to the story. And so I'm not sure. This is usually about something being revealed, but I'm not completely sure I trust it right now. And
Temperance.
oh yeah, because there's something not right here. This imbalance could be about the fact that what you're hearing, maybe you shouldn't take at face value. I'm wondering if that's how these cards connect. And then I see the High Priestess here, which says to me, you are going to figure out intuitively what's really going on here.
I like that because, sometimes you say the bats, the birds are gossip.
Yeah,
So I'm
it's
wondering
true.
if the temperance revealed says things just don't feel balanced right now, and maybe you're going to find out that there's a reason why, like the revelation of what's causing it. And the imbalance could just be people acting differently to you that you thought were, that could go to the gossip motive. Something is off and you don't know why it is, but it may become to be revealed. But like Banshee says, it may not be the whole story. You may have to use intuition, but maybe also investigation on your own. The book
Yes,
could talk about
yes.
just trying to figure it out on your own.
I mean, you may have to talk to other people, but I have a feeling here other people may be the problem. Somebody is not being either completely truthful or not telling you the whole story about something. And, the only way you're going to do is you have to dive deep. You have to trust your gut, what your gut is trying to tell you. And maybe you have to ask more questions and dive deeper into this matter than what you're hearing from other people or one person. Maybe you have to consult somebody else and just say, hey, what do you think's going on here?
There's also a possibility that what is revealed is what really starts the process of imbalance. So, I mean, it may have happened before and then it was revealed. Either way, it's about the same thing. You're not getting the whole story and you're going to have to work at it.
Yeah, so I don't have a clue. Do you want to look at the bottom card for me? I don't usually do this.
And it's the Seven of Wands reversed.
Oh, so whatever it is, it's going to make you feel kind of like uh, I don't want to say that you're being attacked per se, but that you feel like you feel kind of defeated in a way by this. So it's a real deflating kind of feeling coming off of this with temperance here and that card. I was hoping I'd get a little bit more information on what this could be. It could be a conflict with somebody who either just doesn't like something you're doing or saying or believing in. It could be that. But I can't say for certain. Do you have any beat on it?
No, I don't either.
It's very unclear, but you are going to find out something that you're wondering if you're getting the whole story. That's the main thing. And
I get the
so,
feeling like the putting off balance is really to move your position that you have that keeps you in charge or keeps you able to address things too, so that there is something deliberate about that. This could be somebody who is selfish and has a reason why they need to put you in a different light so that they can take some advantage of you or not or get away with something.
mm, yeah,
At this point, I'm just
that's
kind
the
of
closest I'm
grasping,
saying.
but you know,
That's okay. That was a good thing to do. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. And we are on Emily.
all
Hi,
right, that's
Emily.
going to be you. Hi, Emily.
Let's see what confusing things the cards have for you. No, just cards today have been a trip. Wow. All right, question is what is the energy between me and D? Does he have feelings for me? Okay. What haven't I used? I haven't used this, but mm, I haven't used that either. I'm going to use that. Right.
Thank you. I hope that helped.
You're welcome. Seems like there's a mystery coming. Good luck with that.
Love and light.
All right. It's the world reversed. Wow. So we got the end of the major arcana and the beginning. The Fool is upright. Hmm. And the Eight of Swords is upright.
In the Lenormand, I have a dog and the whip and broom.
Hmm.
Hmm. Well, I almost want to jump there and say maybe this person will become a better friend. But let's start at the beginning.
I don't know. The whip and broom isn't always a good thing, so
Okay.
I'll have to think about it. But you know what? The world is here reversed, and I think here maybe maybe it's not quite certain yet if he has feelings for you or not. I hate to be this ambiguous, but the world is reversed here, and I almost feel like something is unfinished here. Maybe, they're still evaluating. Maybe they're just kind of not willing to make any kind of move or commitment at this time. They're kind of not finishing, they're not kind of moving this forward. They're not moving this forward.
Right. There could be reasons for that. It
Right.
could be that, maybe they have other complications in their life, not necessarily a relationship they're moving away from, but maybe some other situations. Something does feel like maybe they're not ready to engage just yet. But I don't feel that means that they won't ever. It just sort of means like right now they're a little bit behind the eight ball in some respects.
Either, they're worried about taking a risk at this time. There's some, the fool is up right here. I'd like to think that at some point, something could develop here. It's possible that something could develop in the future, but I feel like they have to break free from something that is restricting them right now. It's restricting their ability to make a move. And I feel it's not necessarily outside pressures, it's in them, right?
Yes, a lot of times the Eight of Swords is the illusions we have that say, oh, we can't do that. So I'm actually wondering if I could tie it into this one, the World card, and say that although the Fool suggests that maybe they're looking at opportunities or they're thinking of taking a leap, right now they're holding themselves back because maybe they feel they still have to do something else. And that could be an illusion too. Maybe the idea that a part of their world needs to be addressed is something that, they use sort of as a placeholder for them so that they don't have to necessarily commit to different things. So that could just suggest that, also too, they're not ready to move forward to a relationship. You might want to keep that in mind if you're dropping hints or making, certain kinds of gestures. It may just be that, you'll want to dial it down and keep it more neutral to some degree.
I think, yeah, I think with the world here, it could indicate that something's not finished in their life. Were they in a bad relationship and there's still some fallout from that? Were they divorced? Is there something else in their family life or something else that could be holding them back? It's almost as if they want to make a move, and it could be towards you. I'm not getting enough of a vibe of that, but I can't rule it out. I think it could be towards you, but they're just not very confident or they're fighting themselves over this. And it may be because of something else they're going through here and they're not done with yet.
They're letting something else be that kind of excuse. And that just means that maybe they just need to get motivated, So it's not necessarily wrong for you to make an overture, but you want to keep it in
More
dignity
friendly.
and don't, hurt yourself either, right?
Keep it more friendly and don't try to move the energy too quickly because, too aggressive a move could actually make the person go back
There's
deeper.
a potential for, if nothing else, for them to become a good friend.
I think.
So once again, it depends on how you approach and give it time, but also be patient.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a strange one, this one,
Right, because
because
we don't.
something's got to end before something begins, is really kind of the message I'm seeing here. And they feel kind of stuck. So whether this is in their business life, their work life, with family, with friends, with another relationship that's not totally cut the cord yet.
Your basic idea that maybe there's some interest is possible here, but it's not very strong at this point because they are probably conflicted.
Yeah. So good luck with that.
Good luck.
And we are on Kelsey.
I'm on Kelsey. All right.
Do men find me attractive at all? I feel like I'm unattractive because my friends get approached at bars, restaurants, or I see women get more attention at work while those men barely glance at me. Well,
Is
let's
that
see what we've got.
is that the Kelsey? Oh, there it
Yes,
is. Okay. Thank you.
yippers. I'll get it. Oh, wait, it's your deck, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, sometimes it's not always about how you might seem attractive, it's also how you might seem accessible, or to some degree, and I know this is in different communities, it might be more same gender attractions, that there has to be a sense of vulnerability for one person to maybe feel the other person is accessible to them. And I've just heard that, so I don't know if that's really true. But to some degree, I think, like, being attractive is part of it, but being funny, being honest, being strong, being courageous are also good qualities that attract people. So don't discount yourself yet, or at all. You're welcome, Emily.
Hey, you're welcome. Oh, why do I feel like this Lenormand are anyway, I'll talk to you about it in a minute.
Okay, the first card is the reverse Page of Cups.
First page comes.
The next card is the upright Four of Cups. And these are Santa Muerte, so there's a lot of skeletons, but they're really good cards. And the next card is the reverse Nine of Swords, which is good. That's a good card. Nine of Swords reversed. All right, what you got?
Well,
The Snake and the Moon. Okay, Page of Cups reversed. I think this signifies your attitude right now. There's a lot of things that just make you feel uncomfortable or unlucky. Some of that is, maybe what you're feeling, that others seem to be getting more attention than you are. So some of this is something that you have to kind of come to terms with to some degree. Some of this means that maybe you should. I'm losing my thought here, but I think you should just basically not think about those aspects as much as think about what else is in your personality or in your demeanor that, is something that you can accentuate or study and find what it is, that you can make yourself seem more interesting with to some degree.
well, The Page of Cups definitely indicates to me what you're going through right now. It's disappointment, in love and not finding anybody who seems to really want to know the real you. And you should not be anything but the real you to try to please somebody. And, sometimes it's just a matter of what certain men are looking for. It doesn't mean you're any more or less attractive than the other woman. It just means that, they haven't found a reason to click with you, in your present circle of people around you. You may find it's a pattern, but I think here sometimes when we imagine a pattern being there, we're actually creating that pattern. And so, and I'm not blaming, I'm not saying I'm blaming the victim here. I'm just saying that, sometimes we have to revolve our thoughts around we believe in our own beauty, we believe in ourselves, and it's not, and eventually the right person for me is going to come to me. Because if these people aren't paying attention to you, they are likely not really the right ones for you. And yeah, it may take a while to find that right one. What's going on here again?
Four of Cups.
The Four of Cups is upright. And I think here what this is saying is don't allow this to demotivate you, to pull you out of, the circuit of looking for Mr. Ms. Right, whatever, the right person, because you need to stay engaged. I feel here that the Four of Cups is not necessarily in a positive aspect here because it's saying to me, you need to grasp opportunities when they come along and see where they take you. But it comes to a point, where, when opportunities are too few and far between, we get to feel sometimes that when somebody does come along, it can't be real. It can't be real, right? Because we don't believe in ourselves.
Well, we've both been out of the dating game many years, and I don't know anything about dating anymore. But I do feel like times have changed, and so sometimes it's okay for men or women to take turns with being more assertive or more, coming on to a person. So I think the Four of Cups is saying you can be that person too. Like you say, men look at other women or talk to other women. Well, there's nothing stopping you from trying to strike up a conversation. If you're shy or really, overcome that way, then you have to work on that issue. But the Four of Cups could be saying you could be the person who's analyzing the choices, who goes into a room and says hi and tries to talk to people. And maybe that one didn't work out, so you just move on and talk to somebody else. I don't know what the social scenes are like for you, but that's what it seems like is you just have to be willing to make choices yourself as well as being chosen as you've indicated. Did you want me to go on to the next one?
No, I actually was trying to think of what she was saying here and come up with something I wanted to say. Personality comes in after maybe, but so maybe, but if they come up to you and they feel there's no personality there, then, or if they're talking to other women, maybe the idea is to engage more with your friends out there and try to, I don't want to say outdo or outsparkle your friends, but be as engaging out there as they are. Be trying to be very open, funny, engaging, conversational, so that maybe that will gender more attention. I wouldn't rule that out here. And with
Nine of Swords
yes, the
reversed.
Nine of Swords reversed here is you really have to try very hard, and it's really hard to try to put that out of your head when you go out now. Just try to do it, because your fears, I don't want to say that they're ungrounded, but what I will say is that maybe sooner or later, hopefully sooner than later, you'll find out that those fears of yours were ungrounded, that there is people that are interested in you. It's just going to take a little longer to find them. And I know, I know it's rough. We have a few people on here that keep talking about how rough it is, and you're no exception. So I just say keep at it. I really feel this card is saying you may find your fears are ungrounded, but be aware. And this is a warning I gave somebody earlier with a similar kind of read here, that when you're out there in romance land, there's just a lot of snakes out there. There are people who are very shallow. They don't look for depth. They don't look for, a person of strong character or will. They maybe only just are out for one thing, a good time. And the bottom line is that, you're going to encounter more of this. I think that's what it's saying. Before you find the right person.
Well, the Nine of Swords to me is when it's reversed, it sort of says you're coming, you will be. This is not now. This is like coming to you. Will realize that a lot of this is yourself in a way that not that you're causing all your problems, but just that
No.
some of this is about how you take it too much to heart. You let it depress you too much. There's nothing we can say to you that can make you stop, doing that to yourself. You just have to try harder with yourself to not let this depress you too much.
And I just want to add, I lucked out with Mr. O. I'm just going to tell you right now that for most of my young life, I was not the most popular person in the world.
Me neither.
I had some friends that were tried and true, and because I really kept pushing myself out there. I became an athlete, I became involved in activities. I pulled myself out there and I got more friends, but all those friends ended up with men before I even had a single date. And it's disheartening sometimes. So I just want you to know I feel what you're going through. And I think a lot of women go through that, and I think you will find the right person. I think you will. I think you'll find your fears are justified. And you'll start to realize, too, that these people who are ignoring you, they're just not the right ones for you yet. But the right one is out there.
Well,
So,
it's hard for us, to counsel or give advice to everybody in this regard. I do feel that these things do change over time, but a lot of times people, they're despondent. They don't feel they have time, and they want to make the most of the time they have. And we have personally known between us two or three other women who felt nobody wanted to date them, and then they're all married now, or they're all with somebody for years. We're old, so they're old like us. But it took time. It didn't take forever though. um I don't know what to tell you, Kelsey. I like you coming here, and I don't want to hurt your feelings. I sort of feel
I
like,
don't feel like, this shouldn't hurt your feelings. Because personally, they just aren't right for you. And
yeah.
that's the way to look at it because it's true. The right ones will start engaging with you. I think, too, I will not rule out that maybe you just need to try to open up and dialogue with people a little bit more and see what the deal is. I don't believe you have an anti charisma. I think that there are just men out there who they're very shallow. They're just very shallow. So I hope you find the right one soon. I wish
When the
you luck
moon
with that.
talks about, success in, emotional matters, love matters, and the snake talks about deception, is it possible that it could also be saying that the deception you feel, the ideal you feel you could never be loved or you won't be loved, is in fact a deception? It's not true.
I
Love
can't
is
rule
gonna
that
find you.
out.
Love is gonna find you.
Yeah. So I think too that that could be read both ways. Just you probably know already there's just a lot of snakes out there.
There are.
But I also think that's true that there could be some self-deception going on here that you would maybe have an anti-charisma. I think you definitely do not. I just think that sometimes it takes more time. And sometimes it's worth waiting for that right one to come along than dealing with a lot of the snakes out there. Ah, good luck with that.
Good luck, Kelsey.
Hi, so you are our last reading. If you're still here,
And you're welcome.
and you're very welcome.
And I'll just mention we're back on Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. We're not here this Saturday, no happy hour, because we're going to an event, so we'll be at that. Uh,
Well, and Mr. O's working part of the day, and we just couldn't,
a lot to do.
yeah, we couldn't fit it in.
And that's it. Next week starts another week of all the things we do. Probably some more WTF eventually. Maybe not next week, but soon. We'll just have to see.
Okay, Estelle, are you here? Because we need that question now. I did not find a question.
I know it didn't. And it's already late, so I may have to assume that you're just not going to come back.
I'm just going to give you another minute, Estelle. Let us know if you're here. I think Estelle maybe thought they couldn't wait, but I'm just going to look one more time and make sure I didn't miss a question.
No,
And
I
after that, we'll just say bye-bye.
hi and bye.
Well, while I'm doing that, I do want to thank everybody who came today. It was a lively Thursday. We
Thank
haven't
you.
had one in a while like this, so
Yeah.
thank you so much. And, a little bit of overtime here and there we'll take care of. All right, I guess we're going to close the show. I want to thank everybody again and just say take care. Have a great rest of your day or evening. And Alicia, if you are still here, thank you very much for your donation. We really appreciate it. Very
Alicia,
much.
thank you for your donation. It's incredibly wonderful. Thank you so much.
So appreciate you. Thank you. And man, if I could make you get those work bids, I would.
Well, we're going to have to do a special reading for you here and there.
All right,
So,
everybody. Take care. Have a great evening. Hope to see you soon. Hope to see you on Sunday since there's no happy hour Saturday.
bye
Take care.
bye.
Bye bye for now.
Whoops. I almost hit the wrong button.